Hello, my name is Casey Krishnan, and I'm currently taking Intro to Chemistry here in South Korea. I'm from the US, so I had to fly to get here. Air travel is what made this incredible study abroad opportunity possible, but it came at a cost. Flights emit a significant amount of CO2. In fact, my specific seat on the round-trip flight from Nashville, Tennessee to Seoul, South Korea is responsible for around 8,000 pounds or 3.6 tons of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere. Why does this matter? CO2, or carbon dioxide, is a greenhouse gas released when we burn things like plane fuel, coal, and gasoline. It builds up in the atmosphere and traps heat from the sun, acting like a blanket around the earth. This leads to global warming, which causes more flooding, longer droughts, and stronger storms. Since a large portion of this buildup comes from human activity, it's important to find ways we can reduce how much we're putting into the air. And that brings me to the point of this project. How can we, as a global community, reduce carbon emissions in a way that's simple, low cost, and beneficial to companies, employees, and the planet? My solution? Raise the thermostat settings. Studies show that the typical office building is set to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. By increasing the thermostat to 72, we could see a 3% savings per degree. That's a total reduction of 12% in both energy costs and CO2 emissions, just from this one small adjustment. But what does 12% actually look like? To answer that, we're going to look at a famous landmark in South Korea, Lotte World Tower. This tower is the tallest building in South Korea and the fifth tallest in the world. It stands 555 meters tall with 123 floors above ground and 6 more below. It houses observation decks, restaurants, business offices, residences, and even a hotel for a total of over 5 million square feet. With this information, we can do a little math. Now, just a quick disclaimer, specific energy consumption data for Lotte World Tower isn't publicly available, but we can make estimates based on industry averages. A study found that large commercial buildings in South Korea typically use between 200 and 400 kilowatt hours per square meter per year. Since Lotte Tower is LEED Gold certified, we'll estimate on the lower end, 200 kilowatt hours per square meter. With over 500,000 square meters and an industrial electricity rate of 17 cents per kilowatt hour, that comes to a cost of $17 million and about 46,000 metric tons of CO2 emissions annually. With those numbers, we can see just how impactful raising the thermostat by 4 degrees can be. A 12% reduction would save over $2 million and reduce carbon dioxide emissions by more than 5,000 metric tons annually. To put that into perspective, that's the equivalent of more than 1,000 round-trip seats between Korea and my home in Tennessee, all from one simple no-cost change. It's a win for the company and a win for the planet. But what about the employees? Won't raising the temperature make them uncomfortable? Actually, no. Studies show that overcooling is a major source of complaints in office environments. It's also linked to health risks like cardiovascular and respiratory problems, weakened immune systems, and reduced performance. Employees have reported improved job satisfaction with office temperatures as high as 77 degrees Fahrenheit. That means the average of 68 isn't just costing companies more, it's also making people less comfortable and less productive. So how can companies get employees involved in making this change? Start with awareness. Let people know why adjusting the thermostat matters and how it helps. Keep communication open through anonymous comfort surveys. Make it fun with friendly competitions between departments or floors to reduce energy use. And recognize the teams making a difference in newsletters, on internal sites, or with office leaderboards. When employees feel informed and appreciated, they're much more likely to support the change. In summary, this project set out to find a simple, low-cost way for companies to reduce their CO2 emissions. By adjusting thermostats to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, we saw how a large building like Lotte World Tower could save over $2 million a year and reduce emissions by over 5,000 metric tons. We also saw how this small change improves employee comfort, health, and productivity. And we looked at how to involve employees in ways that are fun and effective. It's easy to see how just a 4-degree difference can be a straightforward, cost-effective change that benefits the company, the employees, and the planet. Thank you.